Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
And welcome back as we conclude the Delta South Motors pregame show. Delta South Motors, located at 400 Highway 82, Indianola. Go by and see Tommy Cook or give him a call at 662-887-7757. The Delta's best selection of late-model, low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs. Check them out also online at deltasouthmotors.com. It is about time for kickoff here, round 2 of the MAIS AAA playoffs. The IA Colonels, the number 1 seed, 11-0, hosting the number 9 Leak Academy Rebels. They come in here with a 7-4 record. The Colonels won the toss. They have deferred their option to the second half. We will see junior quarterback Will Lawson Harkins. And the Leak offense to start things out, they will send back Sam Wilder to return the kick from Colonel senior William Barrier. The left-footed kicker will tee it up at the 40. Colonels will kick right to left. The Rebels will be working left to right. Carrick Eastep back there with Wilder. Mentioned talking to the league radio guys earlier. They said Carrick Eastep, number 23, we'll see him line up at receiver tonight. Probably the best overall athlete on the team. Joking with him, seems like there's been a long line of E-steps at Leak Academy. As we are underway, a low line drive kick, going to be bobbled by Wilder. He'll go back and pick it up at the 6. Now tries to return it straight ahead across the 15-20. Gets up to the 23 before he's taken down. Randy Kimball getting downfield to make the tackle.
Yeah, good job by the Colonels converting, getting to the ball down there. Probably should have stopped him about 10 yards further back, but just the talent of the return men for Leak Academy and these guys running downfield, the defensive team, the special teams of Indianola Academy, had to really stay in their lanes because they know that they had the return threat that Leak Academy possesses.
1st and 10 Rebels from their own 23. Harkins will turn around and hand it off, and working up to the 26 is Wilder. And taken down after a short gain, the jackhammer coming up to make the tackle.
You know they got to like this hitting out here tonight, Watson. It's raining almost sideways, but it is a steadily stream of rain here. Not a good night to be a Colonel fan and wanting to sit in the bleachers, but at the same time, these football players really like this.
2nd and 7 Rebels from their own 26. Harkins will work out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, looking to pass, throws, and incomplete. Was thrown into the belly of the intended receiver. He couldn't hang on. That was Eastep, I believe, around the 29. Incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 7.
I'm watching these two teams go at it, especially in the trenches. They're going to hit every play. These guys have really watched one another and tried to figure out game film preparations of one another. I've seen several Colonel players watching film 3 or 4 times this week, really wanting to develop and motivate themselves and get focused in on this Leak Academy team. They're a force to be reckoned with.
3rd and 7 from the 26. Harkins looking to pass, flushed out of the pocket, and dumps it off right side. They'll say caught at the 29, will be well short of the first down. That was Rusty Atkinson on the reception. 3-yard pickup will leave the Rebels with 4th and 4.
Well, Atkinson did a good job coming back to the ball and catching it there. Unfortunately, when he had to come back there, he had to come out of his route that was ran just deep enough for the first down. Had to come back about 5 yards. The ball almost slipped out of the quarterback's hand there. Kind of looked like a lame duck, but it's raining out there. That thing's going to be wet. These managers and ball boys are going to have their hands full tonight.
Cameron Brown will go back to punt, stands at his own 15. William Barrier back to return for the Colonels, stands at his own 40. Those score early in the first quarter. Colonels force a 3-and-out. It's a line drive kick. Going to hit at the 28. Barrier will pick it up there. Tries to come to the near side and taken down at the 28. Sean Myers getting downfield. 28, no score with 10:21 to play in the first quarter.
Well, the ball took a favorable Colonel bounce there and just stopped. But at the same time, had the ball kept rolling, Barrier would have had a little more separation there, so he could have had more of a favorable return there. Nonetheless, the Colonels going to take over on offense with pretty decent field position to start out this first series on offense tonight.
1st and 10 from their own 28. Quarterback Davis will go under center. Triple I in the backfield. They've got Stephon Smith back there in between Lester and Harris. Handoff goes to Harris. 3-yard gain to the 31 before he's tripped up.
Well, I know the Colonel's offense is really going to have to depend heavily on that running game tonight. because it is a wet field condition, not because Mr. Will Davis can't get the ball out there, but it's just hard to connect whenever you got that rain coming down. So that offensive line really has their work cut out for them tonight.
Triple I again, Josh Hill in there as the tight end. The option comes to the left side. Davis going to call his own number. He'll keep it, be taken down at the 35, 4-yard gain. Bring up 3rd and 3.
You know, we saw this I formation last year, the Triple I, as you mentioned it, with Sherman Timms, Wesley Lester, and Sebastian Harris. 2 of those workhorses back in that backfield yet again this year. And we got our other stud, Stephon Smith, in the backfield. What better backfield could you call for here? That's a tough one to tandem with.
3rd and 3 from the 35. Ball on the near hash. Handoff goes to Lester. Puts his head down, and it appears he will have enough for the first down. They'll mark him at the 39, a 4-yard gain, and a Greenville Motorsports first down.
Man, that is just grinding right there. Those 3 plays in a row, the Colonels really had to rely heavily on the blocking up front by the Colonels' offensive line, and those guys just fired out of those stances. Leake Academy, give them credit. Their defensive front is tiny, but they are staying low and closing up those holes there. But Indianola Academy's offensive line, you know, give them credit as well. We got that first down, got the monkey off our back. Got to take a deep breath now. Let's execute, get to that end zone.
Got to think play action is coming soon. 1st and 10, Colonels from their own 39. Lester blown back. Harris lined up in the slot near side, goes in motion, but a flag is down. 8:58 to play in the first quarter, no score. And we've got a sideline warning against Leake Academy.
There is a coach over there.
The get-back coach.
Yeah, there is a coach over there in that official's ear, and I just saw him point up towards the bleachers like, I'm going to put you up there if you don't hush.
The 1st and 10, it remains Colonels from their own 39. Ball is on the near hash. Seen the Colonels go with the triple I to open things up. Now Randy Kimball in there. There'll be 2 receivers. Kimball to the near side. Bolden will go wide right. Davis will work out of the gun. Lester and Harris in the backfield. Fakes the give to Harris. Looking for Bolden down the right side. Goes up and can't haul it in. The 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield out of Rusty Atkinson. That ball was underthrown a little bit. Bolden had to wait, go up for it. Couldn't win the one-on-one battle at 2nd and 10.
You almost wonder, is that ball intentionally underthrown there so that we have a jump ball situation where we're going up and trying to see who can get higher, one of the two. That time, though, you know, you got to credit Leake Academy's defensive backfield. They did a great job of staying there with TK, our main receiver, and knocking it away.
Trips near side on 2nd and 10. Davis calls his own number once again and picks up 3 to the 42. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Colonels as clock runs with 8:20 to play in the first quarter. Still no score.
Yet again, Leake Academy hitting low. Goodness gracious, they are going to hurt some knees here tonight. They are staying low. Those young men are tiny on that side of the field, and they realize, hey, if I'm going to win this battle, I cannot hit these Colonels up high. I got to hit them low and take them out with the legs there. Give them credit right now. They are stingy, gritty, and getting to the ball.
3rd and 7 from the IA-42. Ball is on the near hash. Davis will go under center. Lester and Harris split in the backfield. 5-step drop, throws over the middle, caught by Smith, the tight end. He's got the first down and more in Rebel territory. The 40-35 and taken down from behind at the 33. A 25-yard pickup for Smith, the Greenville Motorsports first down.
Beautifully executed, a little tight end dump there that time. Will Davis, I'm sure Coach Nestor and company have been looking at something with the coaching staff up here, and I'm sure Bridges has radioed up there, hey, the middle of the field is wide open. They are blitzing and bringing everybody keying on the run. Get a little, make everybody work upfield. Boom, throw it over the center there. Wide open, great pitch and catch there by Davis to Smith.
1st and 10 from the Rebel 33. Davis will toss it right side to Harris. It picks up a good amount of yardage. Going to be short of the first down, though. They'll mark him at the 26. Give him 7. We'll bring up 2nd and 3.
And you notice, Watson, once that first little short pass was caught there and completed, that got those linebackers thinking run, pass. They're not fully committed to the run now. They had to lean back on those heels just a little bit, and that gave them the Colonels a one-step advantage.
No score, 7 minutes to go, first quarter. Harris takes the handoff straight ahead, bounces off a couple of Rebels, and will be taken down at the 19. That'll be good enough for another Greenville Motorsports first down, 7 yards on the carry from Harris.
A good hard run up the center there that time. Kind of had a counter run where he cuts back across the grain, and then as soon as he broke through the initial line of scrimmage, cut back across the grain yet again. Harris is just going to find where the open field is and going to make some plays there. These Colonel's offensive line, these guys are really getting after it tonight. I like to see these guys work.
First and 10 from the Rebel 19. Davis under center. He'll turn, hand off to Harris. Tries to bounce it off the left side. Taken down from behind at the 14. Give him 5 on the carry. Joe Riley-Smith coming up to make the tackle for the Rebels.
Kind of that jumbo package again there, Watson, where you lined Stephon Smith up to the left, also Wesley Lester to the left. Get in behind your big backs and just give Harris the ball and just let him get all the yardage that he needs there. Great job moving the ball here, moving the chains, and execute.
Rain continues to fall. 2nd and 5 from the 14. Pitch it left side to Harris. It's inside the 10, down to the 9. Give him 5. Should be good enough for a first down.
Well, good job again by the upbacks picking up the blitzing linebackers there by Leake Academy Rebels. Wesley Lester with a kick-out block. Stephon Smith also with another kick-out block, and that vaulted Harris into that extra yardage territory he needed. So we got a first down and goal situation knocking on the door.
First and goal from the 9. Ball is on the near hash. Under 6 minutes to play now in the first quarter. Still no score. Colonel is looking to put the first points of the night on the board. Davis under center with Harris in the backfield. He'll toss it right side. Bounces outside at the 5, and he's in there. Touchdown, Colonel. Sebastian Harris, a 9-yard touchdown run, his 33rd rushing touchdown of the season. And Big Blue is on top 6-0 with 5:44 to play in the opening quarter. Don't forget, you can text your name to 601-941-3922. Try to win a $20 gift certificate from our friends at Sookies.
I really focused there. The splits between the offensive linemen that time were 2 inches apart. I think they were touching shoe to shoe. They're just trying to run the run game here and run over Leake Academy.
Barrier is on for the extra point. Kick is up and good. 7-0. Colonel's in front of the Rebels. 5:44 to play in the opening quarter. We'll step aside, take a break. I'll be back with Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grain land. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland seal, smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Steve's Cleaners, your one-stop dry cleaners. We offer a variety of services from cleaning comforters to prom and wedding dresses. We are proud to have served Indianola for more than 43 years and have now added a location in Cleveland to better serve the Delta. Our friendly and professional staff are ready to serve your needs. We at Steve's Cleaners always cheer for the blue and white of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Go Big Blue! Steve's Cleaners with locations in Indianola and Cleveland.
Welcome back. Barrier's kick taken by Wilder at the 4. And returns it straight ahead. He's got some running room up across the 30 and taken down at the 34. James Hill and Eli Lipsy combining on the tackle. That scoring drive for the Colonels, 11 plays, 72 yards, took nearly 5 minutes off the clock. Sebastian Harris, a 9-yard touchdown run. Colonels on top 7-0, 5:37 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, we got an imported Indianola Academy Colonel fan winning the Sookies gift card tonight. Strider McCory, got to give him credit, man. He's a loyal listener. He listens in every week, and he gives us some good vibe and good feedback that we get to share to you Colonels out there in Colonel Nation, you listeners.
Harkins under center on 1st and 10 for the Rebels. Handoff goes to Sean Myers straight ahead and works to the 39, 5-yard pickup. Josh Hill in on the tackle.
You know, this Leake Academy team here, they aren't worried about the rain. They're not worried about being down 7-0. They're not worried about playing the number 1 team in the state right now. Their fans came over here tonight, and I'm telling you, I was at the pregame walking through here. They were loud. They were really getting ready and amped up, and this team is really building the momentum off of it. They're coming out and hitting.
Harkins under center. He'll turn handoff to Estep. Spins out of a couple of tackles and has a Rebel first down. I beg your pardon, it's Myers again on the carry. Works up to the Rebel 46, maybe the 47. Let's see where they put it down.
A lot of the Colonels up front right now, the defensive front, those guys in the trenches there are getting stood up, and they're getting blowed back whenever they get stood up. Leake Academy is just chopping those feet, keeping them churning, and hitting the Colonels up front in the mouth. We've got to stay low and clog it up in there.
Day Willis in on that tackle, 1st and 10 Rebels from their own 47. Short gain there as they give it off to the first man through. That was Myers again. They're relying on their big senior fullback, Tyler Horner, among the first Colonels to get to it.
Much better there that time. We stacked 8, 9 men in the box, dared them to throw it. First down situation. Most coach is going to run the ball there, and Indianola Academy depended on that coach, or for Leake Academy's coach to call that. He did. They keyed on it. Still got 2 yards, but we can accept that.
2nd and 8 Rebels from their own 49. 4:10 to play first quarter. Colonels on top 7-0. Parkins will go under center, has Myers and Wyatt Estep in the backfield. Parkins looking to pass, has time, throws downfield, and nobody home. Overshot intended receiver, a Wilder. William Barrier had the coverage. Barrier actually had a better chance at that ball than Wilder. 3rd and 8 coming up for the Rebels.
I thought he was going to try to Willie Mays Hayes style it over the shoulder there. He almost caught that thing. But Barrier, the senior, just very smart. He's watching the play back there develop in center field. Don't stay as deep as the deepest back there. Don't let anybody get behind you. Did a great job there, and credit Barrier and the defensive backfield for doing a good job there on the passing situation.
Got a timeout on the field, 3:57 to play in the first quarter. Colonels on top 7-0. Let's keep it here during the timeout. Give you a couple of score updates. Adams County Christian leading Heritage 7-0 with 4:47 to go in the first quarter. Into the first quarter in Starkville, no score between the Volunteers and Central Hines. That's the 2-7 matchup. Do not yet have a score on Columbia and Riverfield. That's who the winner of our game. They'll get the winner of that one. They're playing over in Louisiana tonight, but Adams County Christian leading Heritage early, 7-0. No score between Starkville and Central Hines. Here at Legion Field, Indianola Academy on top of Leake, 7-0. 3:57 to play in the first quarter. Colonels get on the board with a Sebastian Harris 9-yard touchdown run, something we've become quite accustomed to seeing throughout the last couple of years.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Watson, it's a lot of exciting playoff football action tonight. No matter what level you're in Sunflower County, you have North Sunflower Academy traveling way south, somewhere in Louisiana, around Shreveport, Monroe area. I think they had about a 5.5 hour drive, but that was going to be a good matchup there. Humphreys Academy was going to be playing Delta Academy again.
Coming out of the timeout, 3rd and 8 Rebels. Harkins looking to pass again, going for Estep right side, broken up by Kimball. Great coverage downfield from the junior Kimball. He had a great game last week, continues with a great effort here. Gets a hearty head shake from Coach Putnam. That'll bring up 4th and 8 for the Rebels.
I want to say in AA I heard that Manchester was going to be playing Greenville St. Joseph tonight, so that's a wild matchup. That's the only other team that beat Greenville St. Joe in the last week of the regular season there, so St. Joe I think is going to have a little revenge on their mind.
Yeah, if I wasn't here, I would have loved to be in Yazoo City tonight to watch that one. Yeah, 4th and 8 Rebels. Brown will go back to punt, stands at his own 35. Barrier to return for the Colonel, stands at his own 15. A high spiral kick. Barrier will let it hit at the 20. Will take it on a bounce at the 15. Returns it up the right sideline, gets back to the 20, and taken out of bounds there. Daniel Young getting downfield to make the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10. Colonels at their own 20. They lead 7-0 with 3:39 to play in the opening quarter.
Ooh, it looked like we dodged a tough one there. William Barry, it looked like the ball almost squirted through his arms there on the return, but the senior, really holding on there and doing a great job of returning, having about 5-6 yard return gain there, and giving our Colonel offense on our second series offense about the same place for field position. I think we started out maybe 26-30 last time, this time starting out at the 20. So, got plenty of field position to work with, and let's see what we do on this second series.
1st and 10 Colonels from their own 20. Triple I again with Lester Smith and Harris. They pitch it to Harris and skirts through one defender to the 25-26 and taken down at the 27 finally. Atkinson in there on the stop along with Colby Moore.
TK's going to have to show some of his fellow teammates here how to keep blocking. TK was blocking his intended tackler, the defensive back, number 17, Adams Jackson, the senior, 20 yards downfield there that time, staying with his block. That is so awesome there. We're really going to have to do that here tonight as Leake Academy is gritty and stingy. I'm telling you, they're shaking these blocks and getting to the ball.
Second and a long three from the 27. Handoff comes to Harris near side. He's got the Greenville Motorsports first down, taken down out of bounds at the 34, a 7-yard gain, and that'll move the chains for the Colonels.
I actually have a triple Bills Body Shop collision of the game nominee there. Wesley Lester, Stephon Smith. I believe that was also 52. Schieffer Phillips came in, and number 13, the outside linebacker for Leake Academy, came in to fill that hole and was blasted out of there. Wow, a huge snot pop, and that vaulted Sebastian Harris into that secondary and allowed those chains to move.
First and 10, Colonels from their own 34. Ball is on the near hash. Davis under center. Quick drop, looking to pass left side, lofting it up for Bolden. Downfield, and it's batted away. Great coverage from Adams Jackson, a senior for the Rebels. If you have a chance, see if you can look Jackson up on Facebook. Find his picture somewhere. He is a spitting image of Shape Smith, who graduated from Indianola Academy last year. If we have time later, I'll explain how or why. I know that it's really useless information, but I found it pretty odd. Could have been his twin.
Worst thing about that miss there, Jordan Black, the reporter on the sidelines there for Delta Sports, she's going to have that one right on your camera.
Second and 10, Colonels from their own 34. Davis will pitch right side to Harris. Tries to bust through, but the Rebels doing a great job breaking down and getting Harris on first contact. Sean Myers coming up to make the tackle. They'll mark it at the 38. A 4-yard gain will leave the Colonels with 3rd and 6.
They really are, and you got to give them very big credit here. That time Lester blocked the first man across the line of scrimmage, and that guy actually shed his block, went across there, and might have been a determining factor in getting back in the play at the last second. Ooh.
Yeah, that was straight up and down lightning. If we keep playing through that one, I will be shocked. 1:54 to play in the first quarter. Colonels on top 7-0. Davis looking to pass, throws incomplete, left it short, was looking for Bolden on a little crossing route. That will be 4th and 6 coming up. Well, still no stop and play. Wow.
Yeah. I don't think there that time TK and Davis were on the same page. Looked like TK wanted to run a deep route, and Davis wanted him to slant a little bit harder to the middle of the field there. It was open, just undershot him there, and unfortunate situation for the Colonels offense.
Josh Hill on to punt, 18 attempts on the year, averaging 31.5 per kick. Going to be taken by Wilder at the 21, returns it to the Colonel sideline, 35-40, 45, runs into his own man, and taken out at midfield. Great return for Wilder. Give him 29 on the return. Rebels will have it 1st and 10 from midfield, 41-yard punt out of Hill.
Beautiful punt by Josh Hill there that time, and the Colonels' tackling team there, the defense could not bring him down. Great return there by Leake Academy that time. Credit, I think that was Josh Hill making the tackle there, and also maybe a player of Leake Academy and using that 12th man the sideline there to bring them down, or that could have been ugly.
Colonels on top 7-0. Rebels have it 1st and 10 from midfield. They hand off left side to Wilder. Ball comes loose, and the Colonels have recovered at the IA-44. Who was that came up with it? Looked like Barrier or the jackhammer.
No, the jackhammer stripped it, and Barrier came over. There you go.
We got to get on the catch your hand signal.
Yeah.
The Colonels catch a break, get the fumble recovery, and we'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 44, already on top 7-0.
We might call that a Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage of the game nominee there, as Barrier was on top of it right there. Johnny on the spot, doing a good job of getting to the ball and scooping that thing up, falling on it wisely instead of trying to pick it up and score. Realized he was in a lot of traffic there, so Barrier gets the nominee.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 44. Ball is on the far hash. 1:26 to go first quarter. Big Blue on top 7-0. Harris will run it up to the 49 before he's taken off his feet. 5-yard gain. Tackle made by Wyatt Eastep.
See, I don't know if you saw that time there, but 13, the outside linebacker, what he's first thing to do, his coaches have taught him this week, when you see those first backs running through there, fall to the ground and make them pick you up. So Lester has to basically kind of fall on him. Well, that leaves the next guy to come in there, and these other defensive guys are just getting to the ball. Good hustle by the Leake Academy. Credit them for having a good game plan.
2nd and 5 from the 49. Harris takes the handoff, looks to run the left side, and he stopped. No gain. Sean Myers coming up to make the tackle.
Yeah, there that time. 13 let some of his co-workers there do the job of falling down to the ground, and he did the cleanup duty there. These guys are getting to the ball. They are stingy, gritty, and they are staying low, and the Colonels are not liking getting hit in ankles, nor would I.
Adams County has extended the lead over Heritage 14-0 with 3:30 to go in the first quarter. Here at the Colonels on top of Leake, 7-0. Should be the last play of the first quarter. Clock down to 15. Now the officials will blow things dead. We've got a second sideline warning against the Rebels. Colonels will pick up some yards from this one. Well, if they didn't fire the get-back coach the first time, he may not even get to ride the bus back to Madden tonight.
That's a long bus ride, too.
It'll leave the Colonels. The down marker says 3rd and shows 3rd and inches. The official pointed first down. Now they'll say it is 3rd down, 3rd and a few inches for IA. Ball sits at the Rebel 46.
Well, when you have a run-heavy game like we've had tonight, you can call a lot of holds on every run play. These officials have not done that.
Handoff will go to Lester, and he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. I don't know that he got it. We have to have a measurement here. The spot from the official on the near side shows that he should have it by maybe a foot. They will say first down, Colonel. Give him one on the carry, and that will bring the first quarter to a close. Indianola Academy leading Leake 7-0 after 1 quarter of play. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Local decisions made by local people. That's what you will get at Community Bank. You've been thinking about switching banks? Now is the time. Community Bank will handle all of your bank switching paperwork for you. We'll assign you your own personal secretary who will handle your former bank account, get you your new checks, fill out your direct deposit forms, and anything else you need. Just remember, we do the switch. You just enjoy Community Bank, a bank like no other. Community Bank, a proud Colonel booster.
We all know that Indianola Electric works on electric motors, but did you know Indianola Electric works on irrigation well motors? Call Chris today to talk about any type of electrical work on your irrigation system. When you need work on your in-gun pivot motor, electrical motors, and generators, there's one place to call, Indianola Electric at 887-3292. Our fully trained professionals are ready to serve you, so call today. With over 34 years serving this area, we want you to be our next satisfied customer. Call Indianola Electric today, 887-3292, Highway 49 North in Indianola.
Welcome back. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you from Legion Field as we get ready to start the second quarter, round 2 of the MAIS AAA playoffs. The Colonels on top of Leake Academy 7-0. 1st and 10 from the Rebel 45, and flags are down. This will be a false start against the Colonels. It'll back them up to midfield. I'll actually put it just across near the Colonel 49. Colonels got on the board with about 5:45 to play in the first quarter. Sebastian Harris, a 9-yard touchdown run. That's been all the scoring. 1st and 15, Colonels from their own 49. Davis will work out of the gun. Rolls to his right, looking to pass, fires through the hands of intended receiver T.K. Bolden at the Rebel 42. I don't know if he turned his head early or heard footsteps. Certainly a catchable ball. Will lead the Colonels with 2nd and 15.
I do have an update here. Riverfield and Columbia knotted up at 0 in the first quarter. I did get that.
Good deal. The winner of this one will get the winner there. The 4-seed Riverfield, the 5-seed Columbia. 2nd and 15, Colonels from their own 49. Ball is on the far hash. Colonels now working left to right in the second quarter. Davis from the gun, under pressure, throws downfield, incomplete, was trying to hit Wesley Lester and led him a little bit too much. 3rd and 15 coming up.
Colonels, the last 2 series on offense here really have not looked good. You can tell they're getting very, very frustrated that somebody's hitting them and continue to hit them and continue to hit them and hitting them low at that. And I'm telling you, it hurts, Watson, whenever you get that. But what you do to normally remedy that is get out there in that open field there. Don't run between the tackles.
3rd and 15. Davis will turn, hand off to Lester, and he is stacked up just inside Rebel territory. They'll mark it at the 48, give him 3 on the carry. We'll bring up 4th and 12, and Josh Hill will come on to punt for the second time tonight.
Not sure what that play was there. I think it was just a, hey, let's get on off the field here and come back over here on.
Yeah, try to regroup.
Set the offensive team over here. Let's regroup and get focused here and get some composure back.
Josh Hill will go back and stand at his own 35. The Rebels will send East Step and Wilder back to return. They'll put their heels on their own 10. 11:15 to play in the second quarter. Colonel's on top 7-0. Rain continues to fall here at Legion Field. And Colonels will have the right personnel on the field. Now they get it straight. 4th and 12. The Rebel 48. First punt of the night from Hill went 41 yards. Colonels need another. Big boom out of the junior here. Low snap. Hill bobbles it. And he will go back and fall on it at the Rebel 38. Leak with a huge break there. They will have it 1st and 10. I said at the Rebel 38. The Colonel 38. Rebels have it deep in Colonel territory.
Yeah, this is they're going to take advantage of this mess up here by Indianola Academy. Special teams. Ball's wet out there, so we really got to remain focused here. I was looking earlier. I know gloves are kind of a mental thing, a mind game, but I have noticed that number 2, T.K. Bolden, does not have any on right now. You'd like to see him get some, so maybe we could get some dry hands in there. See a flag on the sidelines over here.
Yeah, flag is down before the Rebels get their first play off. This is a sideline warning against the Colonels. Well, the officials know that call well. 1st and 10, Rebels from the Colonel 38. 11:06 to play second quarter. Colonel's on top 7-0. Wilder comes in motion near side. He'll take the handoff on the end around. Gets to the 35, 32 before he's taken down. 2 flags are down. Eli Lipsy and Jack Dodd combining on the tackle.
These officials, I'm telling you, they are humming them flags in there. They were doing that thing with accuracy there that time. One of the flags flying in there hit one of the players. Indianola Academy is really on their heels right now, kind of guessing, really trying to figure out what's going on here. Still kind of shocked. There's a lot of rain. It's hard to keep focused out here. And, again, you get kind of ticked off when you keep getting hit in the legs, and that's football. That is not illegal. That's nothing ugly there. That's just football. That's part of it. Everything's fair game. And these Leak Academy guys, they are well outmatched, undersized, but what they are undersized, they make up in heart and spirit. They remind me so much of Sebastian Harris running over 240, 250-pound linemen, outrunning defensive backs twice his size. I mean, just getting after it, and this is what Leak Academy is doing right now.
Chop block against the Rebels takes them back to the 49, 1st and 21. Harkins looking to pass, throws right side, and it is batted away. Randy Kimball again on the coverage. They were trying to hit Ryan Atkinson. Incomplete pass will leave the Rebels with 2nd and 21 from the Colonel 49.
That was a nice route ran there by Atkinson, and he just slipped in front of Kimball. And I think he just dropped the ball playing out instead of Randy getting in there. Maybe Randy might have got in there at the last second and knocked it away, but I think the quarterback should be a little upset whenever his receiver gets back to the huddle. He should have caught that ball.
2nd and 21. Harkins will work out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Has Myers in the backfield. Throws left side complete to East Step. Gets by a man at the 45. Gets by a man at the 35 and taken down inside the 30. John Abbott Smith coming over to make the tackle. 21-yard gain should be good enough for, won't be quite 21. They put it at the 29. Going to leave the Rebels with 3rd and short.
Leak getting away with an illegal run there. Their outside receiver, or their up receiver, ran towards the middle there and shielded, screened off 14, your outside linebacker, Josh Hill. And then E-Step stepped up out there and caught that pass out in the open field and had good blocking there at that time. And unfortunately, the officials didn't see that.
3rd and 1 from the Colonel 29. Harkins will turn, hand off to Wilder. He's got the first down, taken down by Jack Dodd at the 27, a 2-yard gain, only needed 1. Rebels will move the chain.
Ugh. Sebastian bleeding pretty tough down there now. I see that. Jack Dodd there on that play just kind of overran the hole there, the opening, and Leake Academy wisely stepped up in there, turned it upfield at the last second, and got those 2 yards. The jackhammer was there to fill the hole, just could not keep them out of getting that first down yardage.
9:48 to play second quarter. Colonel's on top 7-0. Rebels have it 1st and 10 from the Colonel 27. Ball is on the near hash. Wilder goes in motion right side. He'll take the handoff on the end around again and take it down at the 22. Tell who it was over there for the Colonels. Maybe Woods Toller, maybe William Barrier in on the tackle. They actually mark it at the 21, so a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Rebels.
Credit Leake Academy. They are sealing off those outside defensive ends and getting outside. Indianola Academy's really going to have to step up their outside game here. Leake Academy getting out into open field and spreading it out wide and getting those big chunks of yards that not many teams have been able to do on the season.
2nd and 4 from the Colonel 21. Ball is on the far hash. Harkins under center. He'll hand off to Myers straight ahead. Runs into a blue wall and taken down after only a 2-yard gain to the 19. Bring up 2nd and 2.
Is that 3rd down?
Yes, 3rd down. I beg your pardon. 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Indianola Academy yet again getting piled in there and trying to stop, make a big pile up in there, but at the same time the Colonels are unable to keep Leake from gaining that positive yardage there. We're really going to have to beef up right now up front.
3rd and short for the Rebels from the Colonel 19. Harkins will go under center. Backs are split. Play action, rolls out to his left. In trouble. Lester giving chase. Actually, that's Josh Hill, and he will bring him down back at the 31-yard line, a loss of 12. That is the 2nd sack of the season for the junior Josh Hill.
And that's exactly what we needed there. Will Lawson, the Harkins, the quarterback, rolls out to his left. So whenever he sets his feet, he's got to set them and plant and turn back around to make that pass there. So making it an even longer play there and drew it out. And Josh Hill, you got to give him credit. He worked upfield real hard there, not allowing Harkins, the quarterback, to get his feet set, and was able to make that sack. Almost missed the tackle, but able to just get enough hand on him to bring him down. That's the defensive stand we've been looking for.
4th and 14. Rebels have the offense on the field at the Colonel 31. 7:30 to go, second quarter. Colonel's on top 7-0. Harkins looking to pass, throws downfield, caught. Or they say no. I thought it was a catch and then a fumble. Each step had it. Somebody came in, popped him pretty hard from behind. That was William Barrier. But the officials say incomplete, turnover on downs, and the Colonels will have it 1st and 10 at their own 31.
Well, Barrier wisely was not going for the ball. He was only looking for the snot pop, and he sure got it there, and that's what broke that ball up, and Eastep just not able to hang on to it. Tough break for Leake Academy's offense there. Indianola Academy, give them credit for that defensive side of the ball, playing very good there that series.
Looks like the Colonel is going to go back to the triple I here. Josh Hill will go in to line up at tight end. Colonel's on top 7-0, 7:25 to go, second quarter. Actually going to have a double H back to the right side. Handoff will go to Lester, and he spins with great effort to the 35, a tough 4-yard pickup for Lester.
I'm telling you, it looks nasty out there on our offensive side. These guys are running, and Leake Academy is hitting them. Golly, they are getting some men to the ball. I mean, there's no open field or single tackle. It's gang tackle. These guys are stingy. I keep using that word, stingy, gritty. That is what these guys are here. They're down 7-0 on the road to Indianola Academy, and they are steadily playing.
2nd and 6 for the Colonels. Handoff. Or actually, Davis going to keep it for himself. He's got the Greenville Motorsports first down in Rebel territory to the 48. 17-yard run for Davis.
Just the ingredient for the recipe that we were needing on the offensive side of the ball there to make that thing happen. And we talked about it earlier where Will Davis, when all our running backs are getting keyed on real hard, getting knocked low and pulls out of there at the last second on that veer play, ran around the right side there and did a great job of getting upfield. Once he saw the corner, he rounded that corner there. He took off with authority. Great job by Davis, and that's really going to put Leake Academy on their heels. They're figuring out they're going to have to deal with a third running back now.
1st and 10 from the Rebel 48. Ball is on the near hash. Davis under center. Harris takes the handoff, runs right side and works to the 41 before he's taken down. 7-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 3 as the Colonels continue to lead 7-0. 6:10 to go before the half.
This is a good old-fashioned, back in the day, Alabama Crimson Tide football game where on offense they were not flashy or anything, no razzle-dazzle, but they 2-yard, 3-yard, 5-yard, smash-mouth football.
2nd and 3, Harris with the handoff. And works to the 36. Give him 5. That'll be good enough for another Greenville Motorsports first down.
I'm noticing our offensive linemen and our blocking backs are hard. They're not keeping their feet. Their feet are getting out from under them, and I don't know what the deal is, although at the same time they're trying to guess, is these guys fixing to take my legs out from under me, or is he going to hit me up high? And 9 times out of 10, Leake Academy is hitting low, so that's getting our guys to start fighting and going down low here, and that's not the way you want to do it. You want to kind of push them in the ground and keep going on downfield and trying to find that next person to block.
1st and 10 from the Rebel 36. Ball on the near hash. Davis will turn, handoff to Harris. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and able to carry himself forward to the 33. Make it the 32. Give him 4. He got a little more than I thought. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6 coming up.
This offensive line, this ball game is really getting pinned on them right now. They have got to make something happen. The holes are not getting open right now. Leake Academy is stepping up and making the play, and Indianola Academy is just steadily grinding it out, having second down and manageable play here. This is a good, fun game to watch.
5 minutes to go, second quarter. Colonel's on top, 7-0. 2nd and 6. Handoff goes to Harris, and they'll give him 1 to the 31 when the effort just doesn't stop coming from this Leake Academy defense. Credit them with what they've been able to do so far.
Well, we're going to have to complete a pass here, and we really hadn't been able to on the past couple of series here. We've had 1 or 2 passes here, but all Leake Academy right now is doing is keying on the run and getting in there and making something happen. They're stacking 8, 9, 10 guys in the box and daring Indianola Academy to throw.
3rd and 5 from the 31. Davis will work out of the gun. And he's going to call his own number right side, follows some blockers. And a good hard lick out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 24, 7-yard pickup. Greenville Motorsports first down.
I'm not going to lie to you. When I saw that empty backfield, I said, this is going to be Davis running behind those big blockers there. Great job by Coach Nestor calling Davis's number there, as Davis has been a refreshing number to call tonight, and giving us that third option of running the ball there on the offensive side. And Leake Academy there that time didn't figure out what to do, and credit the Colonel's offense.
1st and 10 from the 24. Harris comes in motion near side. Handoff goes to Lester straight ahead. Bounces off several defenders inside the 15 down to the 11. 13-yard run for Lester. Colonels move the chains once again.
Look out, number 11, William Berry on the offensive side of the ball here. The senior, I'm sure, has just been bothering the heck out of Coach Nestor all year long. Put me in, Coach. I'm ready to play on this offensive side of the ball. I'm a senior. I'm ready to start leading on this side of the ball as well, and he got his play in there tonight. Doing some good blocking up front, and that's what you like to see out of these guys.
1st and 10, Colonels from the Rebel 11. 3:40 to play second quarter. Colonels looking to add to a 7-0 lead. Handoff comes to Harris on the end around. Spins at the 7 to the 5. Taken down at the 4. 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 coming up.
Man, it is some hitting going on down there. I'm telling you, week after week, the Colonels last week had North Delta take 2 at home. Last week we played them in the regular season as well at home. And they were nasty as well. And this Leake Academy team, you got to give them credit as well. They are nasty as well this week.
Timeout on the field, 3:19 to play in the first half. Colonels on top, 7-0, looking for more. We'll take a break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
More than 70 years, Guarantee Bank and Trust Company has embraced the time-tested principles of independent banking. We work to develop relationships with our customers, a relationship that provides the peace of mind knowing that your bank is with you every step of the way. Come discover it for yourself at Guarantee Bank in Batesville, Belzona, Cleveland, Greenville, Hernando, Hollandale, Indianola, Senatobia, South Haven, Vicksburg, and now open in Grenada. Personal service, professional solutions. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The best kept secret in the Delta is Impact Wholesale Warehouse on Highway 82, Indianola, right next to Love's Travel Center. Having a party? Get all of your party supplies at Impact. Save money on your janitorial supplies by shopping our huge warehouse. And listen to this, ribs, chicken, catfish, and seafood are our specialties. Also canned goods, candy, and lots more. We serve many area schools and restaurants and would love to serve you. That's Impact Wholesale Warehouse next to Love's Travel Center. Call 887-7288.
2nd and 3 from the 4. Davis under center. He'll hand off to Lester straight ahead. Puts his head down. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonels. Wesley Lester, the junior fullback, rumbles in from 4 yards out. Puts the Colonels on top 13-0 with 3:15 to play in the second quarter.
Well, great job of just running downfield there at that time in between the trenches, and just did a great job of getting behind that offensive lineman. Nice surge there by the Colonels' offensive front. I believe Coach Nestor got him a little extra amped up there that time and said, hey, guys, we got to get in this end zone here and finish this series out.
10 plays, 69 yards on the drive. Barrier on for the extra point, nearly blocked. Somehow he got it through. 14-0. Colonels pad the lead a little bit, but we've got a good one here from Legion Field. Second round of the MAIS AAA playoffs. The Colonels on top of Leak Academy as the rain continues to fall here in Indianola. Probably a 40-degree difference, though, in what we saw last week. A little bit warmer this time around, but still wet, sloppy conditions down on the field.
We had the air on, or the heat on last week. This week, when we got the air on, and I'm still melting up here as the Colonel fans and faithful are still staying out here and watching this game, and the rain is steadily coming down.
Score update for you. Heritage Academy is on the board down in Natchez. Adams County leads that one 14-6. Just under 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. Starkville Academy on top of Central Hines 7-0. That one should be getting close to the half. Here at Legion Field, IA leading Leak 14-0, 3:15 to play in the second quarter. We'll try to get you a Riverfield Columbia update here as soon as possible. Barrier set to kick it away. Rebels will send East Step and Wilder back to return. Yeah, but I think you hit the nail on the head earlier. At some point, the Colonels are going to have to get the pass game going to complement the run game, as Barrier's kick taken at the 25 and returned up to the 32. That's where the Rebels will have it first and 10. We've seen the Colonels go with multiple looks to try to get that run game going, and they've been successful. I don't want to sound like they haven't been successful, but League Academy has been doing a good job getting in there. At some point, the Colonels are going to have to hit the play action.
Well, you know, where they make up in size, they make up in quickness. Our offensive linemen, by the time they're getting out of their stances, the defensive linemen are half a step past them, and they've got to get their head up and on a swivel and start making some blocks over there.
First and 10, Rebels from their own 32. Harkins will hand off to Wilder, and he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go. See who that was. He got in there, Josh Hill and Stephon Smith. They actually give him one, it appears, to the 33. Will bring up 2nd and 9.
And although Stephon Smith brought the main thunder there, bringing the running back to the ground, credit Josh Hill with that tackle there. He saw the pulling guard coming towards him, stayed low with the initial block, and clogged up that hole there where they were trying to kick him out. And he stayed there and stayed low and did not allow the running back to get into that seam there. Great job by Josh Hill.
2nd and 9 from the 33. Harkins will work out of the gun. One receiver right, two to the left. Looking to pass. Throws right side. It's caught by East Step at the 44. Has a Rebel first down. Ball is loose. Colonels have recovered. Second fumble of the night for the Rebels. And the Colonels will have it first and 10 at the Rebel 47.
25, Wood Stoller coming up with the fumble recovery there. Did a great job. Might have to give him a Van Cleve insurance proper coverage of the game there as well. as the intended receiver was wide open, so nobody's getting one for coverage there. But at the same time, I got to give him credit for being Johnny on the spot again and making that fumble recovery there and right in the middle of the blue eye. And Indianola Academy's offense now gets a good field position to start their next series on offense.
Yeah, that could be a killer for Leake Academy. Had the first down there, driving. They needed the points before the half. Instead, the Colonels get it back. Will try to extend the lead. Davis with the option keeper right side. A flag is down as Davis works to the 40. We'll have to check the penalty marker.
I didn't see it. Normally whenever an official throws like that, it's going to be in the area of holding or possibly sideline warning.
Yeah, you never know tonight. It's like illegal procedure against the Colonels.
I didn't see that.
We'll move it back to the Colonel 48, 1st and 15.
Well, the Colonels there that time really had a good surge up front and taking off of that momentum of the fumble recovery there by their defense. Big play coming up there. And, it's weird that Leake Academy finally gets something going on the offensive side of the ball, making a nice pass and just unable to execute there and keep that ball on their side.
Colonels won a timeout with 2:11 to play second quarter, leading Leake Academy 14-0. 1st and 15, IA from their own 48, taking over after the second Rebel fumble of the night. If you want to have a chance to put this one away, I know it's still early, but you take advantage of that second turnover, add 7 more to the board before the half. That can be devastating for Leake Academy.
Yep, you're exactly right. I can agree. And Watson, that's going to be the recipe for disaster here. That's what we're looking for. We need to get in here and melt that clock off, that game clock, not give this exciting offense of Leake Academy any chance to put any points on the board.
Yeah, and you mentioned melting the clock. The Colonels have done that on their scoring drives. It hasn't been 1 or 2 plays, 60, 70-yard runs like you've been seeing. Colonels have been taking a lot of time off the clock. Here they've got 2:11 to work with and 2 timeouts still on the board. 1st and 15 from their own 48.
And what I'm proud about the Colonels, they hadn't got frustrated. They've stayed composed.
Right. Davis will take the snap out of the gun, runs right side. Back into Rebel territory. Will be taken down at the 45 is where they'll mark him. 7-yard gain.
I believe I'd run that play about every play here. I'm telling you, I would run it to the wide side of the field every time. I mean, we're getting all we can on there that time. I guarantee you Will Davis will not mind running that at all. Keep padding those stats. I believe Sebastian Harris, I hadn't seen him run the ball much here in the second quarter. He had a lot of blood coming out of his knee. They had to get that taped up, got that stopped there. But at the same time, keep getting those legs cut out from under you. You got to start looking for another person to pick up that momentum there. And credit Harris. He's a warrior. He's going to keep fighting.
2nd and 8 from the Rebel 45. Davis, the option keeper, right side, gets 2 to the 43. Boy, I thought the Rebels were going to bite hard on the fake to Lester. They did not. Instead, Davis gets 2. It'll bring up 3rd and 6.
And they actually did. What they did forget, though, was the pitch man. And Davis has pulled that ball 3 or 4 times from the dive man there, which I think's been Lester every time, and ran around and got some good yardage there that time, though. Leake Academy making a big adjustment on the defensive side of the ball and picking up Davis. But Davis has to remember his option guy because he would have been open.
3rd and 6 from the 43. Handoff goes to Harris around the right side, slips down just shy of the 40. Credit Joe Riley Smith with the tackle. Colonel is going to be faced with 4th down, 4th and about 2.5, 3 yards. We'll see what Coach Nestor chooses to do. 35 seconds to go in the second quarter.
And we hadn't started the game or the play clock here. I hadn't seen it start yet.
Probably going to let this one drain.
You're not going to have to. Yeah, you're not going to have to run another play.
Coach Nestor going to keep Davis on the sideline as long as possible.
Might have to run one play. Might have to snap it out.
Yeah, Colonels are going to have to snap it. 4th and 3 from the 41. Davis will turn, handoff to Harris to try to catch the Rebels off guard, and Harris will get to the 36, 5-yard gain, and that will bring the first half to a close. It's been a good one here at Legion Field. Colonels will go to the locker room leading 14-0 over Leake Academy. Here, second round of the MAIS AAA playoffs. I think the Colonels feel pretty good at this point. with the 14-point lead.
Well, they should. They shouldn't be worried. I mean, they know that Leake Academy is a good, tough team here. What you don't want to do as a unit is look at Leake Academy and say, hey, these guys are small. They're overmatched. They're on the road. It's raining. They didn't come up here to play. They don't want to play football tonight. These guys came to play, and they are it's been several people that have said Leake Academy is going to be a tough force to be reckoned with. I saw after I saw that Starkville Academy score that they were going to be real tough as well. And give them credit. Those guys did not drive that 8.5-hour drive from Madison, Mississippi up to Indianola to come up here and lay down and let Indianola run roughshod over them, because that's what Indianola has been doing in weeks past. And you hope eventually that the Colonels are able to get those big chunks of yardage on offense like they're accustomed to doing. But with the rain the way it is out here tonight, the damp field conditions, we saw Harris on his last run there, tried to cut it back and wasn't able to make that adjustment. It's nasty out there, and it's nasty on both sides of the ball at the same time. But these guys have got to stay focused and keep their composure. Don't get frustrated because we're not getting the big chunks, and keep hitting after them, and good things will come to the Colonel's side.
Well, the Colonels up 14-0 at the half here at Legion Field over Leake Academy. Get you a couple of scores before we take a break. Adams County with a pick six to go up 28-6 over Heritage. That one near the end of the first half. Starkville Academy has added a field goal. They are up 10-0 over Central Hines. That one is at the half. And Riverfield and Columbia are in a lightning delay, still scoreless in the first quarter. So could be a late night over in Louisiana for the 4-5 matchup. Riverfield, Columbia in a lightning delay, still scoreless. We will step aside and take a break, and we'll be back with the Larry Vance Quick Mart Halftime Show. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola, or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
With over 100 years in experience, there's nobody in the Mississippi Delta who knows tractors and John Deere better than Wade. We have the inventory, knowledge, and experience to help you purchase and repair the equipment you need to manage your land, no matter how many acres you're working. From combines and compact tractors to lawnmowers and landscape equipment, Wade is your local John Deere resource. To learn more, visit WadeInc.com. Wade, delivering service, solutions, and success since 1909.
The year was 1953. The average wage was $4,000 a year. Gas was 20 cents a gallon, and Dwight D. Eisenhower became president. In that same year, in the land of cotton, the Mississippi Delta, Abrahams was born. Michael and Helen Abraham carry on the proud tradition of offering the finest collection of men and women's clothing for Indianola and all of the Delta. Jeans from Big Star and Silver, mountain khaki shorts and pants, and Polo and Cotton Brothers for men. For the ladies, shoes by OTBT, Barefoot Dream sweaters, and Carly dresses and tunics. And don't forget Patagonia and True Grit in ladies and men. Proud Colonel Boosters, Abrahams, downtown Indianola.
Some call it Low Smoke Aheadis. Some can't even pronounce it, but everyone agrees that Low Smoke Aheadis has delicious, authentic Mexican food that makes your mouth water. Satisfied customers from all over the Mississippi Delta dine with Juan and his staff every chance they get, and you will too. Low Smoke Aheadis also has a party room that you can reserve for birthday parties, anniversaries, and just a good time. You won't feel crowded, and the atmosphere is that perfect setting for authentic Mexican food. That's Low Smoke Aheadis Mexican Restaurant, Highway 82 in Indianola.
Welcome back here at the half. The IA Cardinals on top of Leake Academy 14-0. It's the Larry Vance Quick Mart Halftime Show. Go by and see Larry Vance at Vance's Quick Mart, located on Highway 82 next to South Sunflower County Hospital. Larry can get you fixed up for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Cold drinks and snacks available as well. That's Larry Vance Quick Mart, located on Highway 82 in Indianola next to South Sunflower County Hospital. Let's look at some first half numbers for you, and then we'll throw out the double quick trivia question. 170 yards of total offense in the first half for the Colonels, 145 on the ground, 25 through the air. Quarterback Will Davis only 1 of 6 for 25 yards. Stephon Smith with that reception. The one grab, 25 yards for Smith. On the ground, Sebastian Harris, 18 carries, 90 yards, and a touchdown. He had the first score of the night with a 9-yard run back at the 5:45 mark of the first quarter. Wesley Lester with 6 carries, 29 yards, and a touchdown. Will Davis, 6 carries for 40 yards. And Josh Hill, I don't know who, somebody told Kurt to give him minus 14 on the fumble snap. But a good all-around first half offensively for the Colonels. They've been able to take a lot of time off the clock. Defensively, 4 total tackles for Jack Dodd in the first half, 3 total tackles for Stephon Smith, 2 total tackles for Josh Hill to go along with the sack, 1 tackle for Randy Kimball, 2 pass breakups, 1 tackle and a fumble recovery for William Barrier, 1 tackle and a fumble recovery for Woods Toller. And a lot of Colonels flying to the ball throughout the first half. A special guest here during the Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show. Ben Van Cleve graduated from Indianola Academy last year, was a standout, I think, from maybe his 7th grade year on the varsity football team for Indianola Academy, seemed like as well. I know the opponents thought that. Ben is now at Northwest Community College on the baseball team up there. Ben, glad to see you back in Indianola.
It's good to be here.
So how's college life treating you?
Everything great so far. I really enjoy getting out of school early.
I can imagine. Well, you've been back, I know, a couple of times throughout the year, been able to watch the Colonels. What's your thoughts on this year's team and how this game has gone so far tonight?
Well, I've been back about 4 or 5 times this season, and they're a solid group. They remind me of our championship team last year. Got off to a slow start tonight, but I think they can pull it out.
Yeah, Leak Academy has come in here, as they always have. I know you had a chance to play them several times. They're always a scrappy bunch. They're always well-coached and well-prepared.
Yeah, last year in the playoffs, I remember they were a lot more prepared for us, and they gave us a fight, and I think we were even down at halftime last year in the playoffs.
So let's move to baseball now. Fall ball is done. Is that correct, up at Northwest?
Right, fall ball's over with.
And then how's that going so far?
Fall ball went good. We had a successful fall, and we're looking forward to the spring, and right now we are working out and conditioning the rest of the winter.
You spent a lot of time at Indianola Academy at third base, also went across the field, played some first base, pitched as well. Where are you getting looks at Northwest?
Well, they strictly had me at first. They tried the project at third, but that didn't go too well, I didn't think. So we moved on over to first, and I'm really enjoying it over there.
Well, good deal. Wish you nothing but success in the future, and glad you're back. I know a lot of these Colonel fans wish you were still down on the field. One of the great leaders of state championship last year. I know that's something you're always going to be able to remember about your time at Indianola Academy.
Yeah, that was spectacular. All I talk about in college is our state championship. We're talking about football, and I tell everybody about the home win streak we have, and so just how we're at the moment. I guess 25-0 from the last season on.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Colonel's riding a 25-game overall win streak. You mentioned the streak here at home. It's at 28. Colonel's going, 38. Colonel's going for 39 here tonight. And that started, I'm guessing, back, it was in 2012. You would have been 7th or 8th grader back then. Is that right?
I was either in 8th or 9th grade. I can't quite remember.
So been a big part of that run. And glad to have you back here tonight. Hopefully you're able to watch another Colonel victory.
Good to be here.
Ben Van Cleve, big member of the Colonel football state championship team last year, and he's been our halftime guest here during the Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the double quick trivia question. The Colonels on top of Leak Academy, 14-0 here at the half. Stay with us. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
I'm Greg Bills from Bills Body Shop in Rubel, Mississippi, and I want to fix your car. We've been in business for 40 years in the same location. We're a family-owned business and currently have 3 generations still working under the same roof. If you're ever in an accident, we can tow your vehicle, help you with your insurance claim, get you in a rental car, repair your vehicle, and deliver it back to you in usually under a week. We're located at 501 South Oak Street, Highway 49, Louisville, Mississippi. Give us a call today, 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Pecans are only the beginning of what you'll find at Indianola Pecan House. Stop in for gift items from your favorite universities, great silver and gold jewelry from designers like Ronaldo, gourmet food items, cupcakes, caramel and pound cake, pecan pies, all made fresh daily. And they also create custom gift baskets for any occasion. Come in and sample their most recent flavors of pecans, crunchy praline popcorn, and crunchy praline. Serving pecans around the world for over 30 years from 1013 Highway 82 East, Indianola Pecan House, home of the original praline pecan.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with Andy Daniels handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too. Because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call State Farm agent Andy Daniels in Indianola today and get to a better state with State Farm. Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. We are Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola, Mississippi. Call 887-2160.
Welcome back. Watson Cook, Brady Smith with you at the half. The Larry Vance Quick Mart halftime show. The IA Cardinals on top of Leake Academy 14-0. It is time for double quick trivia. We've got a new number for you to call tonight, so make sure to pay attention here. A new number, 662-303-4278. 662-303-4278.
That's my burner phone, by the way.
Oh, nice. Nice. If you know the answer, call 303-4278. Be the first to do that. Answer correctly, you'll win a $10 gift card from our friend.
Don't text. I'm not reading this text.
Make sure you call. Had a chance to ask Coach Nestor a couple of weeks ago what his most memorable game was outside of the state championship last year. What his most memorable game was with Indianola Academy. He went back to 2013, a second-round playoff win here at home over Leake Academy. The Colonels won that one 25-24. It was a thrilling come-from-behind win. Colonels scored the game-tying touchdown with 45 seconds left in the game. And, of course, went on with the game-winning extra point. Two-part question. We want to know who scored the game-tying touchdown with 45 seconds left in the game. Who kicked the game-winning extra point? Colonels used multiple kickers that year. Again, we're asking 2013, a 25-24 playoff win here at home over Leake. Who scored the game-tying touchdown with 45 seconds left in the game, and who kicked the game-winning extra point? Got to get them both right. Number to call, 662-303-4278. 662-303-4278. I got a new number for you tonight, so hope everybody caught wind of that. We'll update you again. Adams County Christian leading Heritage 28-12. So the Heritage Patriots, the number 6 seed, they continue to stay in that game down in Natchez. That's with 4:35 to go in the second quarter. Starkville Academy on top of Central Hines 10-0. That one's still at the half. And Riverfield and Columbia still in a lightning delay down in Rayville, Louisiana. The winner of our game here at Legion Field will get the winner of that 4-5 matchup between Riverfield and Columbia next week in the state semifinals. And the winner of Starkville and Central Hines will meet up with the Adams County Heritage winner. State championship, MAIS AAA, set for Saturday, November the 18th, 2:30 in the afternoon from Jackson Academy. And regardless of who's there, with these teams that are left in it, should be a great state championship for AAA football. Of course, the Colonels, defending AAA champions, they would love to be able to get back there and be able to capture another one. But a lot of work left to be done here tonight, if they even want to think about getting there. So, Brady, do we have a winner?
We do have a winner. Michelle Van Cleve was the winner on that the double quick trivia card there. She was the first one to call in. That line lit up quick there. A bunch of people calling. Glad y'all are out there listening in Colonel Nation, but congratulations to Michelle. I'm glad you were listening out there.
The answer we were looking for, Wheeler Timms scored the game-tying touchdown with 45 seconds left. It was right after the Colonels converted a fourth down deep in Rebel territory. Timms took it in on the next play, and Will Lang, who was a freshman that year, kicked the game-winning extra point. The Colonels, I think, could use maybe Wheeler Timms, Tyler Hill, Will Lang all kicking that year. Lang, I think, if I remember right, had missed an attempt earlier in that game. Coach Nestor went back to the freshman, kicked the game winner. But congratulations to Michelle Van Cleve. She's our Double Quick Trivia winner tonight.
I sure was about to ask you, do you know who could you name the other kickers that we used that season? But wow. You can't stun you. I had somebody text me today a question, and I said, that's going to be a Watson question. I am not the one that answers all the numbers there, and glad. I think he was able to reach you as well, though, and get the information that he needed. Full of knowledge up there.
Yeah, most of it useless.
Oh, you still got to go back to the Shade Smith Leak Academy player.
I was just roaming around on Leak's website the other day, looking at rosters, just trying to find any information. They had a team picture up of their seniors in the weight room, and noticed number 17, didn't know his name at the time, Adams Jackson. Could have been Shade Smith's twin. As we have the third quarter underway here from Legion Field, Colonels take the third quarter kick. Josh Hill will haul it in and return it up to the 35. Great field position to open the second half for the Colonels. They won the opening coin toss, deferred their option to the second half. A real backbreaker late in the first half for Leak. They were driving, had their second turnover of the night, or second fumble rather, around midfield. Colonels took over. Could have been a much different game now. Still a tight game, 14-0, but are the Colonels feeling much better at this point?
Yeah, and some fans are probably watching this going, golly, I bet Coach Nestor jumped on their tail at halftime. Not necessarily. These guys are coming out and playing here. Leak Academy's playing with authority. They're really getting after them.
3 backs again in there for the Colonels. Harris takes the handoff. Nice burst of speed straight ahead. Works up to the 42 7-yard gain before he's taken off his feet. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, you can tell these guys are coming out with a little bit of more momentum, though, intensity. As they were able to go in and regroup and get in front of a chalkboard, Coach Wright was able to talk to his offensive line, probably tell him a few pointers there on how to block these guys, staying low there. The way you win the trenches, the battle of the trenches there is be the lowest guy there. Same thing as, there's little rules here and there and little things that are going to help you get by, and I know he's telling his offensive senior lineman, we're depending on you tonight.
Give Harris 8 to the 43, 2nd and 2. Handoff goes to Lester, and he rumbles ahead for the Greenville Motorsports first down and mark it at the 47, a 4-yard gain for Lester.
And I'll tell you, somebody else we're depending on heavily tonight is these ball boys. These managers are doing an excellent job of running the ball in and out throughout the game there, keeping those balls dry so Will Davis and the Colonels' offense can really get out there and keep executing as the rains are steadily. It's just a drizzle now, light drizzle. When Ben Van Cleve came in the press box here a second ago, you couldn't really tell that he had been sitting out in the rain, but he's been the whole day.
1st and 10, Colonels from their own 47. Ball is on the far hash. Harris takes the handoff. Contact there, brought down hard at the Rebels 48. Give him 5 on the carry.
John David Sturdivant, number 32, a junior, doing a good job. Couldn't tell where he came from. He looks like a defensive back, the size that he is, but I think they got him lined up at left defensive tackle right here. I'm telling you, number 32, these Leak Academy Rebels, they are very gritty, stingy up there, salty.
2nd and 5 from the Rebel 48. Davis will pitch it right side to Harris, tries to make a cut. He's going to be taken down for a loss back at the 50. Boy, the Colonels didn't fool anybody there. The Rebels getting upfield. Daniel Young in on the tackle, 2-yard loss for Harris.
I actually liked the call that Coach Nestor had there with the toss sweep. Lester, the up back, the first blocker there. I thought that actually all he was needing to do was maybe just push there and kick 21, the defender, out of the way, and then they go on upfield and work it there. But to Leak's credit, you got to give him credit there. He's held his ground and really played tough.
3rd and 7, Davis looking to pass. Throws caught by Bolden at the 40. He's loose to the 30. Ball is free, and the Rebels are going to pick it up back at the 5-yard line. They'll be taken down at the 6. Boy, Bolden broke loose. He was stripped from behind, and the ball just skirted downfield. Bolden went to the ground. There was no Colonel around. The Rebels catch a break there. They'll actually put it, I said 6. They put it at the 5, so the Rebels will have it 1st and 10 from their own 5. 9:40 to play third quarter. Colonels on top 14-0 this one. ain't over yet.
Well, third and long situation, 3rd and 7 there. There's not much to be upset about. Had that been an incomplete pass there, we were forced into a punt. So we actually got a good punt. That's the way this defense has to look at it. This offense cannot get down on themselves right now. This game is still Indianola's to lose.
1st and 10 from the 5. Handoff goes to Myers. Spins out of one tackle and picks up 3 to the 8-yard line before he's taken down. Stephon Smith and Eli Lipsy combining on the stop.
Yeah, I like to see our defensive backs step up in there and make some plays. Eli Lipsy coming up to the ball and getting in there. That's what it's going to take for the Colonels defense up front here. Hey, we got 8 guys stacked in the box, but those 3 guys that aren't in there have to converge and get to the ball. Once they see it's a run play, Leake Academy and Indianola is really stopping up the middle there, but those other guys, those defensive backs, have got to step up and make some plays.
2nd and 7, Rebels from their own 8. Ball is on the near hash. Harkins will hand off to Wilder around the right side and taken down near the 10 as Woods Toller comes up to make the stop.
Looked like also Stephon Smith getting in there on the hit. Stephon actually got blown back a little bit there. That is a rarity watching that there. But he got hit lower. The running back for Leake Academy was lower than Stephon was. Stephon got to the ball standing up there and therefore was blown backwards. And that's Leake Academy. That is their demeanor tonight. That's the way they're playing on offense and defense. They're getting to the ball, they're hustling, and they're making some plays.
3rd and 5, Rebels from their own 10. Ball is on the far hash. Harkins will work out of the gun, 4 wide. Quick pass left side caught by Estep at the 15, and he's got enough for the first down at the 20-yard line. And the Rebels will move the chain.
Talk about a quarterback feeling some pressure there. Will Austin Harkins, I don't know if you saw it, he was falling down to the left because he could feel number 3, Stephon Smith, really bulldozing in, barreling in there from the backside. Had an all-out backside linebacker blitz, really tried to put the pressure on him, and Harkins really held his ground there and threw a bullet in there to Estep.
1st and 10, Rebels from the 20. Pass batted at the line of scrimmage. Nearly intercepted. Josh Hill got a hand on it. It went backwards, and Hill, with the diving effort, trying to haul it in. Boy, he saw a pick 6 coming there, but just couldn't hang on. Great effort from the junior, though. Incomplete pass. Quick note, Columbia and Riverfield have gotten back underway, and Columbia is on top 8-0 in the first quarter.
I'm going to actually have to give Hill there a Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage of the game nominees there. Man, he almost did it all. Great job there in the 3rd quarter there. Josh Hill with some great coverage from his outside linebacker position.
2nd and 10, Rebels from the 20. Trips to the near side. Harkins looking to pass under pressure. And now he's going to have to run it right side. John Abbott Smith giving chase. It'll be Stephon Smith making the tackle near the 30. He'll be close to the first down marker. I think they're going to say he stepped out just shy, though, around the 29.
Well, that is one thing that we have not gotten tonight that we really have been successful on throughout the season, and that was a sack. And that would really energize this defense, but we have not been able to get to Will Austin Harkins tonight. He has been a great quarterback, eluding several would-be tacklers and just doing a good job of giving a 3rd down and manageable play there that time. Just keeps his composure, and that's what you want to see out of a young quarterback, and he is doing an excellent job for Leake Academy Rebels offense tonight.
3rd and 1, Rebels from their own 29, 7:47 to play 3rd quarter. Colonel's on top 14-0, looking for a stop here. Harkins under center. He'll hand off to Myers straight ahead. He will not have the first down. Colonels converge and bring him down at the line of scrimmage. Who is that leading the way? John Abbott Smith.
Yep. Also, number 14, Josh Hill, coming from the outside there and really not letting the running back for Leake Academy squirm or swivel or do that pivot or anything or roll out. Brought the outside pressure and just collapsed the pocket real quick there. That's what you want to see, getting to the ball there. That's that gritty defense that Indianola Academy Colonel fans are accustomed to seeing there week in and week out. Josh Hill really showing it there. He's playing an excellent game there, working on a Lost Pizza Defensive Player of the Game nominee.
Watch the fake right here, 4th and 1. Brown is in to punt. 7 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Colonel's on top 14-0. They do snap it back to Brown. He does punt it away. It's a short kick. Went off the side of his foot. It will bounce at midfield and roll back into Rebel territory. They'll mark it at the 48. 1st and 10, Colonels at the Rebel 48, only a 19-yard punt out of Brown. Colonels will have it 1st and 10 in Rebel territory, up 14-0 with 6:47 to play in the third.
Well, I'll tell you, that was an attitude adjustment. And don't get me wrong, folks, Indianola Academy defense still has the goose egg on the board there, but you can see the intensity has turned up on the defensive side of the ball. John Abbott Smith, William Barrier, also 64, the Jackhammer Jack Dodd. Those seniors are really putting those Colonels defense on their back. Josh Hill as well, playing with some intensity now and getting to the ball.
1st and 10, Colonels from the Rebel 48. Ball is on the left hash. Davis will turn, hand off to Harris. A steady dive of the senior here. He works down to the 45, a 3-yard gain. Bring up 2nd and 7.
And again, 21, the gritty John Riley Smith, staying low, coming in from behind and tackling Sebastian Harris there. I know at the end of the night he's going to have an ankle massage here. I'm telling you, his legs have got to be hurting him. But that's just the young toughness that Sebastian Harris possesses. Just a hard runner there. And I know one day we're about to break this thing wide open, and I know he's excited and ready to do that.
2nd and 7 from the 45. Hand off to Harris. Again, straight ahead. Taken down from behind again. Joe Riley Smith getting in there. They'll mark it at the 42. Another 3-yard gain for Harris will bring up 3rd and 4.
Well, that Rebel's a senior as well and definitely doesn't want to see this being the last week that his team's playing in football, not ready to get the basketball season started there. John Riley Smith playing tough and keen and just getting to the ball there. He's letting his defensive lineman stand it up and clog it up in there, and he's sneaking in at the last second from the backside and making the play.
3rd and 4, Davis under center. He'll turn, hand off to Harris, run straight ahead. He's got the first down, trying to skirt free. Can't do it. They'll mark him just inside the 35 at the 34. 8-yard gain, good enough for a Greenville Motorsports first down.
And you got to credit Leak Academy once again, really clogging up front there. They piled it up. I don't know if you saw Sebastian. He had to leap up a little bit there to get out of that initial line of scrimmage and get that yardage, but did a great job once he broke that interior line of scrimmage, getting upfield, working to the outside there. And once he bounced to the outside, got the much-needed yardage for that first down.
1st and 10 from the Rebel 34. Davis under center. Handoff to Harris. Again, straight ahead. Runs through a couple of Rebels inside the 25 to the 23. An 11-yard gain. Another Greenville Motorsports first down.
You know, Watson, our first team, I don't think they've played an entire game all year long.
It's been a while.
And they're really getting their work cut out with them tonight. And, you know, this is a lot of grinding here, a lot of plays. That clock is steadily rolling, but at the same time, it is some grinding out there going on. I know our guys are getting winded, but they are seeing the sights on that goal line.
1st and 10 from the Rebel 23. Under 5 minutes to play now in the third. Snap to Davis. Calls his own number. Follows his blockers right side. Spins to the 15. Down to the 11 before he's taken out of bounds. 12-yard run for Davis. Another Greenville Motorsports first down.
I like Coach Nestor calling that play there. That is a design quarterback keeper there. And Harris and company, they just get that head full of steam. And let's go find somebody and knock the mess out of them there, and it's a good snot pop there. All three of those guys, you had Stephon Smith, Wesley Lester, and Sebastian Harris, all three just going up and keying on somebody, hitting them as hard as they can. That's what you like to see there. That's football.
Riverfield is on the board. Columbia 8, Riverfield 6 in the first quarter, and they sat through a long lightning delay. 1st and 10, Colonels here from the 11. Davis calls his own number again, and he'll be stopped for no gain. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Colonels. A game we talked about in the pregame down in Double-A, just down the road in Yazoo City. You called the Irish coming to get payback on Manchester. 21-0 St. Joe at the half.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a good game there. We're running to the short side of the field here right now a lot, and Coach Nestor, that's always been his bread and butter. I really wish we would get out into that open field out there.
2nd and 10 from the 11. Handoff goes to Harris. Straight ahead. Breaks free at the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Colonels.
See ya.
Been waiting on that one all year. Yeah, second touchdown run of the night for Sebastian Harris. Puts the Colonels up 20-0 with 3:47 to play in the third.
Well, glad my tag team partner was paying attention to me there that time. Last week he caught me off guard. I wasn't paying any attention. I was trying to figure out what was going on out there. finally we got it out there to Colonel Nation, our little tag team move that we've been working on the past couple of weeks.
Colonel's calling for the extra point. Unit Jack Dodd late to get on the field.
Somebody get out there.
William Barrier on for the try. He is 57 of 59 on the year in extra points. And this kick is up and good. 21-0. Colonel's on top of Leak. 3:47 to play in the third. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Van Cleve Insurance has always been a proud supporter of the Indianola Academy Colonels. We would like to wish all local teams the best of luck and hope for lots of wins, great sportsmanship, and an injury-free season for all athletes. Here's to another AAA state championship run. That's Van Cleve Insurance, your trusted choice independent agent located on Highway 49 and serving Indianola and Sunflower County since 1932. Go Colonels!
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
7 plays, 48 yards on the drive for the Colonels. Sebastian Harris with his second touchdown run of the night puts the Colonels up 21-0, 3:47 to play third quarter. And Barrier's kickoff taken by one of the upbacks, Joe Riley Smith, and returned to around the Rebel 20 is where Leak will have it first and 10.
Well, Barrier there at that time, instead of kicking to the backs that are back there to return the ball, found an opening over there in the field and realized that, hey, when the ball hits the ground, it's just going to bounce and smush. And, I mean, it did. It just kind of died over there. The upback had to run over there and recover that thing wisely because he knew that the Colonels were coming to get that ball, and the Colonels did a great job getting downfield.
First and 10 Rebels from their own 21. Harkins will work out of the gun, brings a man in motion. That's Wilder. He'll take the handoff around the left side. Colonel's giving chase, gets by Willis. Ball is loose. And Wilder able to fall on it. Boy, that is the third time, I believe it's been Wilder twice. He stepped once. The third time the Rebels have put it on the ground. They're able to recover there, a 4-yard pickup to the 25.
Nice speed play there. Was able to get outside the defensive end there, and then the linebacker took a bad angle, and he almost recovered. And Day Willis, the defensive back, comes up to try to make the tackle, and they squirted between them there, and Wilder, Day caught him and fumbled that ball there, and Wilder was able to jump back on it.
2nd and 6 from the 25. Harkins from the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Wilder goes in motion right side. Harkins will call his own number, and he is brought down with authority. The jackhammer doing some drilling right there, back to the 23.
I believe we got a Bill's Body Shop nominee right there, as we've been getting one for every quarter, as well as the Van Cleve Insurance proper coverage of the game nominees, one for each quarter here. It looks like I'm numbering them here, but I'm putting one for each quarter. The jackhammer, like you said, coming in there, laying the lumber with authority. Did a great job coming up with that one hand and making the tackle there. The bear paw providing a little assistance.
3rd and 8 after the 2-yard loss. 2:15 to play in the third. Colonel's on top 21-0. The wind has picked up here at Legion Field. Still a drizzle falling. 3rd and 8 from the 23. Harkins from the gun, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, hit as he lets it go. The ball is caught for a first down by Atkinson, and going to be taken down at the 36. William Barrier and Day Willis combining on the tackle.
And Barrier making some good initial contact there. You got to give the credit to the receiver for Leak Academy there. I think you said it was Atkinson there, just doing a good job holding on to that ball there after the initial contact, and Barrier able to bring him down after that. He just ran a crossing route right across the middle, settled in just behind the linebackers and in front of the defensive backs, and the quarterback, Harkins, give him credit as well, as he was being pressured, stepped up into the pocket there, made a play as he was being hit.
Into the third quarter and start for the Volunteers on top of Central Hines, 16-0. 1st and 10 Rebels. Handoff goes to Myers straight ahead. And he works to the 41, 5-yard pickup, tackled by Stephon Smith.
Those big offensive linemen for Leake Academy moving there, pulling guard and tackle from the backside there, kicked out on the trap play there. Josh Hill, I thought, stepped up in there and made a nice play to clog it up a little bit. Nonetheless, the running back for Leake Academy was able to squirt through that offensive line there and get enough yardage for a second down and manageable play for the Rebels.
1 minute to play in the third quarter. Colonel's on top 21-0. Rebels with 2nd and 5 from their own 41. Wilder goes in motion right side. He'll take the handoff on the end around. Brought down from behind. That was Woods Toller, I believe, giving chase. And Toller able to bring him down. They'll mark it back at the 39, a 2-yard loss.
I think that was Lester from the defensive end.
Lester, okay.
Yeah, and Woods Toller, though, providing what Toller did do, though, was stretch the field out so that the running back wasn't able to get to the outside, and Lester was able to chase him down from the outside. 56, I believe that's Ashton Powell checking in at this other defensive end position. Leake Academy really works to the wide side of the field. Ashton has to pay attention. The ninth graders on the wide side this time.
Third down, Harkins looks to pass, throws right side. It's caught for the first down. That is Ryan Atkinson on the reception. If they mark it where he caught the ball, it should be a first down. He was taken back by the Colonel defenders, and I believe they're going to mark it where he actually went down, and that's a tough break for Leake Academy.
Yeah, it was, because you're exactly right. He did catch that ball a little bit up there, and it went backwards. I'm not sure if it's, I don't know, did he keep fighting? I didn't really see it there. That's the first time that I've seen officials call that ball back like that. Nonetheless, the Atkinson twins over there, they got two of them in 11th grade, Rusty and Ryan. I guarantee you they're going to be twins there. Tough break on them on the receiving side.
5 seconds left in the third quarter. 4th and inches from the 46. Rebels rush to the line to get a snap, and the Colonels jump. Rebels will pick up the first down as the third quarter comes to an end. It'll be 1st and 10 Rebels from the Colonel 49 when we come back in a minute with the fourth quarter. Colonel's on top 21-0. Can they hang on? Find out and see. You're listening to Colonel Football on Super Talk of the Delta.
You all know that Indianola Electric works on electric motors, but did you know Indianola Electric works on irrigation well motors? Call Chris today to talk about any type of electrical work on your irrigation system. When you need work on your in-gun pivot motor, electrical motors, and generators, there's one place to call, Indianola Electric at 887-3292. Our fully trained professionals are ready to serve you, so call today. With over 34 years serving this area, we want you to be our next satisfied customer. Call Indianola Electric today, 887-3292, Highway 49 North in Indianola.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood.
And welcome back. They're going to play an untimed down here as the Rebels picked up a first down on a Colonel penalty. Thought they were going to go to the fourth. They play an untimed down, and the Rebels able to pick up about 5 yards to the 44. So it will be 2nd and 5 for Leake Academy from the Colonel 44. Now they're going to take the break for the fourth quarter. We'll keep it here. Colonel's on top 21-0. But Leake Academy on the move. This drive started at the Rebel 21. They're now in Colonel territory at the 44. There's still plenty of time and certainly still plenty of fight left in the Rebel.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They are steadily being greedy here and getting after it. This team, I'm telling you, they're not giving up. They're only down 3 touchdowns. They can get that pretty quick, especially if they catch Indianola Academy asleep at the wheel here. And Indianola's defense, you got to give them credit. They've been very gritty tonight, but they are showing a little crack in their armor here as you're about to start the fourth quarter here. They're getting tired. They're getting down. A lot of these players play two ways. The offensive side of the ball is really grinding down on them. Leake Academy, this is the nastiest type tackling I have ever seen. And this rain has actually played into their game plan, I'd say, actually. You got to give them credit. I mean, their coaches were probably praying for rain the entire drive up.
Yeah.
It really has played into their favor here tonight. Indianola just can't go deep with the deep ball or connect with the passes, and that takes half the game out.
But now we start the fourth, 2nd and 5 Rebels from the Colonel 44. Passes complete back to the line of scrimmage and taken down immediately by Josh Hill and Jack Dodd. It'll be 3rd and 5. They're actually going to give him a yard to the 43, so 3rd and 4 coming up. fourth quarter, just underway here from Legion Field. Colonels on top 21-0. Columbia has added to their lead. They're up 14-6 over Riverfield. That one, I'm guessing, late in the first quarter, possibly early second quarter. They had a long lightning delay.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with some of these other scores around here as well.
3rd and 4 from the 43. Harkins will work out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Brings a man in motion. Flag down. They had 2 in motion at one time. The pass is caught downfield inside the 25, but this one will be coming back. Yeah, illegal motion against the Rebels. We'll back them up to the 48. Starkville Academy has extended their lead over Central Hines. They're up 23. Make sure I got that right. 23-0. 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And Starkville looks like the Volunteers will punch their ticket to the semifinals next week.
Oh wow, that game was over with pretty quick.
3rd and 9 for the Rebels. Ball is at the Colonel 48. 11 minutes to play. Colonel's on top, 21-0. Possibly a last chance here for the Rebels. They need some points on the board. Break the huddle, quick to the line of scrimmage. Harkins will work out of the gun. Wilder comes in motion. They'll fake the give. Harkins looking to pass downfield and overshoots the intended receiver. They were trying to hit E-step. Dede Willis had the coverage. And just a poor pass there from Harkins. Got way too much on it. 4th and 9 coming up for the Rebels.
You know, some days you might see that being an pass interference there, but the ball was shot a little too high there and overthrown. I think that was an uncatchable ball. Had we been playing on the road, though, that ball could have been called a little differently there, and fortunately we are at home, and so it was a good break for the Colonels.
4th and 9, Rebels going to go. Game possibly on the line for Leak. Harkins will work out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Takes the snap, under pressure, throws downfield, and overshoots his receiver again. Pressure was coming from Ashton Powell and Josh Hill. Harkins just had to get it away to protect himself. That'll be a turnover on downs. Colonels will have it 1st and 10 at their own 48, leading 21-0 with 10:30 to play.
Indianola Academy, that's definitely a huge answer there. A good sigh of relief. I believe we might have Leak Academy in a passing situation now, and that's going to be a good thing there, where we're trying to take one phase of their game out, and Indianola Academy, on the other hand, is going to keep just grinding it out here.
1st and 10 from their own 48. Davis will turn and hand off to Superman, and Harris works to midfield, 2-yard gain, bring up 2nd and 8.
Well, just keep piling it in there. They're really stacking all the guys in the box. Offensive linemen, they're splits. Heck, I couldn't get the word out there. I'm trying to text and write Facebook and watch the clock and try to catch up with some updates here. And the splits are still just toe-to-toe here as the Colonel's really trying to stack it in the box.
2nd and 8 from midfield. Davis looking to pass. Throws left side. Incomplete. Wow. Way over the head of intended receiver T.K. Bolden. Not only does that leave the Colonels with 3rd and 8, that stops the clock. 9:50 left. Colonels a 3-possession lead. So plenty of time. Need to pick up a first down or 2 here. Chew a little clock.
It's hard to tell if the rain has finally stopped here, but I know it was just a drizzle here and a mist. And these fans, these Colonel fans, I tell you, man, they are tough out there. The way it looks, the rain's been gone for a long time, because the bleachers have a good crowd here tonight, and they're not letting this rain affect them one bit.
3rd and 8 from midfield. Harris goes in motion right side. Davis will fake the give, turn around, keep it for himself, breaks free at the 35. It's a foot race for Davis to the 25-20, and caught from behind by Atkinson inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. 37-yard run for Davis. Gets the crowd on their feet.
Well, we finally broke a big one there. It's just been that nasty, unfun to watch, but at the same time grinded out offense. And Davis, you got to give him credit. Where it really got it was Leak Academy's defense keyed on the speed route ran by Sebastian Harris. Davis put him in motion there. He faked that speed, did a periwinkle, I think you call it, out there in the middle of the field. Shot straight up the middle there, wide open, first down, and much more.
I think Davis would take the periwinkle there.
Yeah.
Fakes it to Lester, keeps it for himself. Davis feeling good inside the 5, spun down at the 2. 11-yard run for the junior quarterback Davis. A Greenville Motorsports first down. It'll be first and goal.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you, Watson. Whenever they Leak Academy incompleted that fourth down pass over there, you could feel that wind really get out from under those guys' sails here. I believe, though, the Indianola Academy Colonels first team is going to have to stay in there and play this entire game out. I'm glad we finally had a game like this to see if these guys could do this. And so far, they are able to.
Yeah, absolutely. First and goal from the 2. Offset eye with Lester and Harris in the backfield. Davis will turn, hand it off to Harris, and he's hit at the 1. Goes down, waiting on a signal from the official, and they say touchdown. The official on the far side runs in and signals touchdown. So Harris gets in from 2 yards out, his third rushing score of the night, puts the Colonels up 27-0 with 8:59 to play in the game.
Just beating and banging in there between those tackles, getting the hard, grinding, pounding yards there. That's the tough thing, that whenever you really rely upon your senior heavily to get those yards and make those plays there, and he did a great job there tonight getting in that end zone. He felt the heat coming from it. He wanted to get in there.
Barrier on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 28-0. Big Blue on top of Leak Academy with 8:59 to play in the fourth. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back with Colonel football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Get ready for the woods at Outlaw Sporting Goods in Greenwood. Find stands, attractants, feed, ammunition, rifles, and shotguns. Outlaw is a certified Benelli dealer. Find boots and clothing from Southern Marsh, Cool, and Drake. We have a wall of handguns, archery range, bows by Hoyt, Elite, and Bowtech, crossbows, youth bows, Rage, broadheads, Yeti coolers in every size and color. Duck hunters, we have decoys, shells, and waders. If you need it, Outlaw Sporting Goods has it. When you leave Outlaw Sporting Goods, you just feel better. Outlaw Sporting Goods, Greenwood.
Proud supporters of Colonel Football, the Tackett family, owners of Heartland Catfish Company, farm 7,200 surface water acres of catfish and 15,000 acres of grain land. That makes us the largest single grower of farm-raised catfish in the U.S. Heartland is committed to supplying our customers with the highest quality farm-raised catfish products. Be sure and eat catfish raised in the Mississippi Delta by looking for the Heartland seal, smooth, clean fillet cuts that meet the highest standards, just like Indianola Academy and Colonel Football. Heartland Catfish, a proud sponsor of Colonel Football.
Uh-oh, Olivia. I scratched the hardwood floor with my truck. Oh, no, Cooper. What are we going to do? Call my pals at Robertson Floor Service.
That's right, Cooper and Olivia. Your pap at Robertson Floor Service has been serving the Delta's flooring needs since 1992. Call us for an appointment today at 662-887-4477. Tell them, Olivia.
Come get that score. We can. We do. Your hardwood floor. And get a free coat.
Welcome back. Colonels were flagged for offsides on the kickoff. They'll back it up to the 35, and William Barrier will tee it up again. 8:58 to play in the game. Colonels on top of Leak Academy, 28-0. Watson Cook and Brady Smith with you from Legion Field. Colonels looking to advance to next week's AAA semifinals. It'll be a short kick for Barrier, going to be taken on the hop at the 37 by Sean Myers. Tries to stretch it toward the Rebel sideline, and he'll be taken down at the 45. Houston Dana getting in there on the tackle.
Well, the Colonels converging, just getting downfield and showing a little saltiness of their own there, getting to the ball, and that's what you like to see. This Colonels defense just standing up here and playing strong, and whenever they get their numbers called upon, playing tough.
First and 10 Rebels from their own 45. Ball will be on the far hash. If they want any chance to get back in it, they're going to have points here and have them quickly. Colonel defense looking for their first shutout of the year. No finer time than second round of the playoffs. See if they can get it done. Wilder takes the handoff and works back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Wesley Lester in there on the stop. Also Josh Hill as well.
You know, that's the thing. We really hadn't been able to get our big guys to come in and key off this tonight and excel and shine like they normally do. There just hadn't been any sacks tonight, and it's kind of been a boring game here, but nonetheless, the Colonels, several of the other players are stepping up and getting in there whenever they're getting their numbers called upon, and That's what you like to see here. That's a team. That's what the team's about, and these teammates are depending on one another.
2nd and 10 Rebels from their own 45. The rain is back here at Legion Field. Harkins looking to pass. Hill giving chase, and Harkins is going to have to dump it off. Boy, Josh Hill having a career night. Another quarterback pressure. Not going to have really anything to show in the stats for that, but he's been in Harkins' face all night long.
If he gets my vote, he's going to have a free pizza coming up this week at Lost Pizza, and that's plenty to show in my book, as Lost Pizza is a wonderful sponsor. Been doing that for several years now, and glad to always have them on board, as the young men are as well here. And we fattened them up a little bit, but at the same time,
it's worked out quite well.
Yeah, it worked out great.
8 minutes to play, 3rd and 10 Rebels from their own 45. IA on top, 28-0. Harkins looking to pass, in trouble again, and he's wrestled down. Wesley Lester back at the 36. Boy, I hadn't seen a good steer wrestle in a while.
Yeah.
Lester provides the one there.
I think he showed a little frustration there tonight at how this game's turned out here. That's some big fat bubbly rain there, as Bubba Gump would say. Goodness gracious, wow. Woo, glad we're up here.
The players fired up a little bit. Sends the fans running for cover.
20 elite players on the team at the same time, too. Goodness gracious. Mother Nature has just unleashed.
Team leading 5th sack of the season for Wesley Lester.
I want to say he told me if he got one more, he was going to tie his record from last year. So congrats on that. I know he's super excited about getting that one. He was chasing the player at Clarksdale Lee, and threw it away about the last second. Couldn't get it.
4th and 19 for the Rebels from their own 36. Brown is back to punt. End-over-end kick. Barrier will let it hit at the 35 and will let it roll. It takes a nice Rebel roll inside the 20, inside the 15 to the 14. And that's where the Colonels will have it. 1st and 10. Time to chew some clock. 7:52 to play. Colonels on top 28-0 as we're now in a downpour here at Legion Field.
Yeah, and I can tell all those fans out there in Colonel Nation, if you're depending on my Facebook feed to tell you the final score, do not do that tonight, as C-Spire has let me down yet again. Phone is dead. Everybody keeps telling me it's time to upgrade, and I'm just not doing it. I done got adjusted and accustomed to it. Why can't they upgrade to me? Why can't they change to me?
Yeah, that's what they should be doing. What is Facebook going to do without Brady Smith on a football Friday night?
I don't know.
Wow, the rain is pounding here now as Davis will go under center. Option keeper, left side. It's to the 20-25, runs over a Rebel, loses his headgear, and there is a late hit out of bounds, and some words being exchanged now on the sideline as Wyatt Eastep came in and sent Davis hard to the ground long after he was out of bounds, and Colonel teammates quick to the rescue.
You know, Watson, actually, I got to say, Davis is running hard down those sidelines there. I got to give Eastep that. He's got to come in there and lay the lumber like that. And he came and hit with authority there that time. These League Academy guys are stingy. This team is going to be a force to be reckoned with next couple of years. This is a tough, gritty team. These guys, if they can keep this team here and keep them together, I guarantee you're looking at a state championship-bound team. These are all 10th graders, 11th graders. These guys are nasty, man. They are getting after it.
They say Davis stepped out at the 26, a 13-yard gain. We're going to tack on 15 for the late hit out of bounds. And, boy, there is a driving rain right now at Legion Field, unlike we've seen tonight. Colonels will have it 1st and 10 from their own 41.
Post-game might get stretched a little bit longer here. I am in no hurry to get back to my vehicle right now.
Trying to let David know something back at the station. Exactly. Hang on tight. 1st and 10, Colonels from their own 41. Davis under center. Triple I, ball comes loose. Davis able to quickly pounce on it. Actually, Lester is the one that falls on it. Back at the 40, so it'll be a loss of 1 for Lester. 2nd and 11.
One of the rare mistakes there that Logan White, our center, and Will Davis have had on the season there was that snap, and it's a rarity, but it does still happen at times. You got to credit Mother Nature, I believe, on that one there as the rain has come down, and these ball boys definitely have their work cut out for them here.
2nd and 11 from the 40. Clock runs with 7:07 to play. Cardinals still leading 28-0. Davis under center. Not sure if he can see the play clock through the rain. He'll turn and hand off to Lester. who powers forward, 3-yard pickup to the 43. Well, I tell you, I got to give a shout-out to Lee Harkett, longtime staff member at Indianola Academy, runs the IA Colonel Nation Facebook page. No poncho, no jacket, just a T-shirt and blue jeans, still down on the field snapping pictures.
And her galoshes, her yellow boots, galoshes, whatever.
Yeah.
That was the magic number a couple of years back there, provided the Colonels with plenty of oomph to get them into the state championship game there for the first time in a bunch of tries, and that was one able to get us over the hump.
3rd and 8 from the 43. Davis will run the option left side. He's hit in the backfield and dropped. Sean Myers getting back there, and Coach Tommy Nestor is letting somebody have it. Somebody missed a block there.
Watson, all I can tell you is if I'm Leak Academy, normally you see the players just laying down there, not wanting to, execute here. Hey, we're down 28-0. It's the fourth quarter. It is raining its butt off out here. It's nasty. I'm ready to get home. That's the way most people's attitudes are. This Leak Academy team is out here pouring it on and giving Indianola Academy all they want on the offensive side of the ball.
So 4th down, 4th, and about 9 for the Colonels. Josh Hill will go on to punt. Clock runs 5. I believe that's 5. I can't tell if it's 5 or 6. 5. And 35 seconds left to play. Colonels on top 28-0. Hill falls down on the kick, gets off a nice kick to the 25. It's bobbled by Estep. He'll pick it up, looks to return it up the Rebel sideline, breaks free, 35, 40, 50 in Colonel territory. Gets by a man at the 40, inside the 35, finally taken down at the 31-yard line. That was Will Davis over there to make the tackle. It's going to be the first tackle of the season for Davis with a touchdown-saving tackle.
No joke. Somebody took some legs out from one another there. Not sure who got caught off guard there, but Estep doing a great job of the return there. Just glad that Josh Hill was able to get that ball off there as he lost his footing. Thought it was a very good punt there. And Indianola Academy special teams there, once again, throwing a little chink in their armor. We've got to work more than anything this week on some adjustments in the special teams.
Harkins under center on 1st and 10, brought down in the backfield. Stephon Smith with a little payback there from his quarterback, taking a late hit. Brings down Wilder for a loss. They had it at the 31. They'll mark this back at the 33. A 2-yard loss will bring up 2nd and 12.
And that's what we're used to. That's the accustomedness that we're used to right there on the defensive side of the ball. Watson, I believe our Facebook, or not Facebook, our YouTube link just probably met several thousand fans now listening out there, and the radio as well. As I'm sure there's not many people out here left watching in the end of this thing. It is some blankets of rain going on.
2nd and 12. Harkins with the pass. Lost it down the right side. Incomplete. Had Estep wide open at the 15. He had beaten the Colonel defender, and he couldn't haul it in. 4:29 to play. The clock will stop. Colonel's on top 28-0. Quick score update. Columbia 14, Riverfield 12. That one in the second quarter.
Good game.
Looks like those two are battling to come to Legion Field next week.
Yeah, and also probably battling the weather as well where they are. Randy Kimball, the junior defensive back, has really made some big adjustments throughout the season and just made one of his rare mistakes there. Has really done well in the defensive back position for the Colonels, but he was burned that time.
3rd and 12. Harkins rolls out to his right, loses the football, and he'll have to fall on it as Lester was giving chase. They'll mark it. One official says 41, the other says 42. They're going to settle on the 41, an 8-yard loss.
So do you credit Lester with that tackle now?
Sure, why not?
So we got him a chalk up for a negative and a positive. So I'm sure he'll be happy at the end of the night.
4th and a mile for the Rebels. Ball is at the Colonel 41. We've got to get to the 21 to pick up a first down. 4th and 20. Under 4 minutes to play. Rebels going to keep the offense on the field. Really no choice at this point. As the rain continues, just a driving rainstorm here at Legion Field now, as Harkins will look to pass on 4th and 20. Lost it up, throws into double coverage, and it's batted down. Let's see. Barrier with the coverage. Also Eli Lipsy out there as well. Couldn't tell which one got a hand on it, but that'll be a turnover on downs. Colonels will have it 1st and 10 at their own 41.
I can say this, you have got to really give Leak Academy credit. They came out with a game plan tonight. They executed. And one thing they did, they took the fire and the pop and the thunder out of Indianola Academy's offensive game plan and defensive game plan as well. And I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of coaches watching this game film here and trying to figure out how to also put another notch, a chink in the armor of Indianola Academy's team here, because we've got a tough one here tonight. You know, I didn't know what to really expect. I knew Leak was going to be a good team, but also at the same time thought as good as we are, as long as we execute, we can come up here and get some extra players in. And our first team's still in right now.
1st and 10. Lester will take the handoff, spins ahead. It's up to the 43. A 2-yard gain for Lester will bring up 2nd and 8. Clock runs with 3:25 to play. Colonel's on top 28-0. Schieffer Phillips getting upfield 10, 12 yards. The offensive lineman, senior, doing some blocking out front there. That's what I like to see. That's what we need to see more of tonight. This offensive line has really been depended on, relied upon heavily, been called upon as well to make some plays here. Hadn't been the prettiest nights, but we did execute. And, you know, it's hard to say we're bickering about a 28-0 shutout and victory on Legion Field here, and not so nicest of playing facilities tonight, but so far the Colonels are doing it. 2nd and 8 from the 43. Davis going to let the play clock run down as far as he can. Inside 2:50 to play. And Davis will keep it for himself around the left side. Slides down back at the 42. He'll lose one. Just lost his footing there.
Now, there's one thing that really hadn't been called. A lot of penalties really hadn't been called tonight, Watson. I don't know if you've noticed that. A lot of times whenever you do have a lot of rain like this, you'll get a lot of holding calls because people will be slipping and tripping and reaching out for something to hold on to, almost as a catch me if I fall kind of deal. But instead, nobody's really got called on either side of the ball. The only thing they've really called tonight is the sideline warning. So these officials, give them credit. They came out to play as well tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say, once we got past all the sideline warnings in the first quarter, it's been a pretty clean game. 3rd and 9 from the 42. False start against the Colonels. Harris got the early jump out of the backfield.
Yeah, a rare mistake there by Harris, the senior, just trying to get to that. He knows he probably has a tough cut to make, and he was already kind of visualizing the play in his head there, watching it work out, and knew he was going to have to stretch it out of there and better get out of his stance as fast as possible, and just got out of it a little too early.
That'll back the Colonels up to their own 37, 1:40 to play.
The main thing we're going to have to worry about now is getting some players sick, as this weather is changing back and forth, and had wet playing conditions the past 2 nights, or past 2 weeks.
Daniel Sepulveda, a senior, has checked in for the Colonels. Then there at wide out, handoff will go to Harris around the right side, and he will pick up one to the 38.
This is a sloppy win, Watson. It is field condition-wise and also playing-wise. We've had a lot of mis-executions tonight on the offensive side of the ball on that line of scrimmage. And don't get me wrong, these guys are coming out playing as hard as they can, but we've got to get that head up and find some people to block here. I know that's Coach Nestor and Coach Wright. They're going to really work on that this week here, getting their offensive linemen coming up and making some good blocks.
Josh Hill will go back to punt, under 40 seconds to play. Colonels will advance to the semifinals next week, and they await the winner of Columbia and Riverfield. Those 2 teams had a lengthy lightning delay before they got started. Last score we got on that one was Columbia up 14-12 midway through a timeout. They let the clock run down to 31 seconds, and right now, well, you know you're going to advance. Now the defense wants to keep the goose egg on the board. Snap back to Hill for the punt. It will hit at the 30 and be picked up at the 26 by Wilder. And he'll be taken down by Houston Dana, shy of the 35. Colonel cheerleaders and dance team having fun in the rain out there, dancing the wind away.
While we get a second, we need to wish Kurt Owen's sister, Abby Kate, a happy birthday out there. How old is she this year, Kurt?
Oh, you put the pressure on him.
I'd say 17, 16. Up 18, the big 1-8. All right. Congratulations to her. Hope she's out there listening in Colonel Nation. Have a good night and be careful out there on those slick roads.
24 seconds left. Starkville has time for a couple of plays. Beg your pardon, I'm looking at my phone. Leak has time for a couple of plays. As I was about to tell you, Starkville has knocked off Central Hines 30-0. They will be in the semifinals next week on the other side of the bracket. The Rebels work up to the 39, 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3. They will not have time to snap it again. 28-0 will be your final score. Colonels improve to 12-0 and advance to next week's AAA semifinals. They will be back at Legion Field. It'll be your last opportunity of the year to catch the Colonels at Legion Field. Looking for a huge crowd next week as the Colonels will look to make their 3rd straight trip to Jackson and will be looking for their 2nd straight